Hello, my name is Ryan Vo,
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Diego.
I'm Elias.
and today we'll be talking about 3D printing. What is 3D printing, you may ask? Well, to start off, the complexity and diversity of printing has grown with human society, going from simple printing presses to the new modern three-dimensional 3D printing. With today's expanding technology, 3D printing has broadened its fields to more than just paper. The diverse field of 3D printing is applicable to one's imagination. This type of printing is useful in numerous different ways, such as creating art, useful tools, machines, and even houses. 3D printing allows for an advantage in speed, cost, and flexibility, giving a competitive edge against other machines. 3D printing allows the unimaginable to become a reality. Let's move on to the history of 3D printing. Before we dive into the world of 3D printing, let's discuss the ways solid objects were created. There were three ways to create solid objects before 3D printing. 1, cutting shapes out of material. 2, piecing materials together. And 3, forming objects in molds. In the 1980s, 3D printing was first introduced and changed the world altogether. The first type of 3D printing was known as stereolithography, SLA. The first to introduce this type of technology called it rapid prototyping technologies. The first patent for a stereolithography printer belonged to an American inventor named Charles Hull. Charles Hull took advantage of his discovery by creating a whole industry behind 3D printing. Since then, 3D printing has grown exponentially to where anyone can purchase their own 3D printer and create objects right at home.
And then next, we're going to move on to the main advantages of 3D printing. And those are speed, cost, flexibility, and sustainability. So first, let me dive into speed. The number one disadvantage of 3D printing is definitely its speed, because with its rapid prototyping and the accessibility and easy to design, a part can be designed in a 3D design program and can be put immediately. Next, we have the cost. And the reason why 3D printing is utilized in a lot of industries is because it's this low cost. And 3D printing is by far the most cost-effective manufacturing process. And next, we have flexibility. And so for any object or product which can be created as long as its dimension of the 3D printer. Another advantage of 3D printing is its flexibility. And even if the product is designed will not fit, the product is able to be created in parts and then pieced together. All right, and next we have sustainability. And one big aspect of 3D printing is its future impact on the world, and which raises the question, how sustainable is it? And it demolishes the need for large factories and establishes less of a carbon footprint compared to large machines. All right, next slide, please. And next, we have the type of 3D printers. The three main types of printers are FDM, which is fused deposition modeling, and then the second of DLP, which utilizes resin, which is short for digital light processing, and then we have SLA, which also utilizes resin. It's called so the third one is SLA, which also utilizes resin, which is short for stereolithography. Next slide, please. All right, tomorrow going in more depth with FDM printers is one of the most popular process for printing, and so fused deposition modeling is the most popular process of 3D printing. It is sometimes also called fused filament fabrication, FFF. And a spool of thermoplastic filament is loaded into the 3D printer and is fed through a nozzle and then prints the object. And some advantages of FDM printers are it is aesthetically appealing when it's finished, and it has a wide variety of colors which are able to print. And the disadvantages include brittle parts printed and it's less cost effective compared to other sub 3D printing. Next slide, please.
All right, so another type of 3D printing, as mentioned before, is DLP printing. And this is one of the first types of 3D printing created, as it was created by Charles Hull back in the 1980s. And in this type of process, is a galvanometer is used to print the actual parts. And that's basically a special type of mirror, and it directs the lasers across a vat of resin, as shown in the image to the right. From the advantages that we have for this type of printer, these products do have a fine finish just because of the way that these parts are printed. And disadvantages include that these parts do tend to be more brittle, so they're not really suitable for mechanical parts. Another part of our presentation is the SLA printers. It's very similar to the printing that we mentioned before, in which light is pretty much used to create the parts, as it's a digital light projector flashing a single layer of the object at a time, and essentially uses LED screens or UV light lamp to make the parts very similar to what was mentioned before. And the advantages is that this is the quickest way to print a part compared to the other processes such as FDM and DLP printing. And disadvantages include that, once again, since it's very similar to the type of printing mentioned before, the parts are very brittle. So it's, again, not really suitable for mechanical parts. And some of the industries that benefit from using 3D printing, just to mention a few, we have aerospace, construction, automotive, manufacturing, fashion, and the medical industry.
Okay, so we can start off with the automotive industry. So an example of 3D printing being used in the automotive industry is because of the softwares that are used to design parts. This includes SolidWorks, CAD, NX, and all those other softwares that are used for 3D printing that are also used to design parts for cars. Another way that they're used in the automotive industry is that for prototyping. This is to check the form and to check the fit of the products to make sure that they're coming out properly as wanted based on the drawings. And the type of 3D printing that they use for this is laser sintering and binder jetting. Another industry that uses 3D printing is actually fashion. Now, fashion, you may think like you're not going to wear a 3D printed thing, but actually that already exists. Actually, on the picture, it shows an Adidas shoe where the midsole is made up from a 3D print. So yeah, as you can see, it's using shoes, even shirts and dresses and different designer clothes that you can find. Using 3D printing actually has the advantage that it allows for more customization. You can define the shape that you want already from the 3D print. Also, for a lot of prototyping of shoes, it's used, and prototyping of clothing in general. It's also more sustainable and more eco-friendly as not a lot of material goes to waste after making the print. Another industry that uses 3D printing is actually the construction industry. So the industry machines and tools can be prototyped, and also the models are 60% lighter. This leads to times of production, and they can be reduced by 50 to 80%, which means that the homes or the buildings get built quicker. And actually, there's even homes that are being 3D printed right now. And just for comparison, in this expensive housing market, a house that would normally cost $500,000, if you buy a 3D printed one, it could be around $350,000. And this is based on a house in New York.
Hello, my name is Roberto Franco, and I'll be picking up from here. As for 3D printing in manufacturing, various industries such as aerospace, automotive, and defense or consumer goods all need to be able to produce goods in a timely fashion and in mass. So where 3D printing comes into the production process here is it acts as a catalyst, allowing for rapid prototyping for manufacturing processes to proceed from. And or 3D printing can also be used to produce some of the components of the machines within the manufacturing process and allow for the rapid creation of an assembly line or a complex robot that needs to carry out a very specific task. Bringing 3D into the aerospace industry by producing rapidly prototype or reducing the amount of production time or time for prototyping, industries like the aerospace industry can quickly assemble or get a general gist of what parts need to be fitted within a plane, or 3D printing can come in and reduce a lot of the weight within an aircraft by the softwares that are used for modeling parts, and engineers are able to create complex designs that wouldn't be feasible through various types of production. So in conclusion, 3D printing has various methods of production. We have fused deposition modeling, digital light processing, and stereolithography. All of these three main different types of 3D printing can be used to accommodate various different parts that are needed by companies. If someone needs a part that is made of resins, using fused deposition modeling, we can create very complex parts with a great surface finish. Or if it's something like a 3D printer that is using plastic, we can create very complex parts with thermoplastics, and or in terms of construction, we can extrude concrete. So with these different methods of production or producing our parts, 3D printing has various applications. Aerospace, automotive, manufacturing, and fashion are to name a few. And these jobs or these machines can then reduce the amount of time that workers need to be on hand working on something, let's say construction, and can be doing something else on the site. In fashion, we can create complex soles for shoes that may help people and their gait as they walk, reduce the amount of stress on their bones, and possibly reduce the amount of material used in the fashion industry. In aerospace and automotive, with rapid prototyping, we can reduce, or through 3D printers, we can reduce the amount of lead time that it takes to go into manufacturing, and also create very specific and intricate parts like turbine wheels for cars and airplanes. Looking towards the future of 3D printing, though, with the advancement of the technology, filaments, and the softwares around them, printing will become increasingly more complex. We'll be able to produce very complex parts that 3D printers of like today that are very expensive. Down the line, more affordable 3D printers will be there for people to create those complex parts. And in the future, the print time of 3D printed products will reduce. So that wraps up our presentation. Thank you for listening.